No more excuses, females. No more excuses. No more playing the victim, females. No more victim card. You are no longer a victim. Oh, this Me Too era has brought more than just toxic masculinity. It has brought the exposure of violent, vile, disgusting, egregious females to boot, to the centerfold, to the spotlight. Because men are getting tired of being constantly attacked by the female gender of our character. Using mass generalizations, such as saying that masculinity is some sort of toxic trait, when in reality, there's a lack thereof in America in general. Most children are raised by single mothers, and looking at today's people, particularly the males, a majority of them being swag, YOLO, drugs, drinking, alcohol addiction, getting into trouble, going to jail all the time, being girly boys, narcissistic, etc., etc. They're not doing so well, are they? It's actually the lack of masculinity that is the real problem, because toxic femininity is the actual problem. So yeah, no more excuses. No more playing the victim. No more acting innocent as if you don't do anything wrong. This Me Too era has also ended the era of females being so-called victims of life and to life. It's exposing the extremist, egregious behavior that females have been doing for years. No more hiding behind the guise of bullshit and the facade of innocence. You're just as bad, if not worse, than males. As such, Gynocentrism and Misandry. These are two real and legitimate dominant features and trends of the nowadays that is so common that it's not seen as anything bad. It is as normalized as saying hello, or in today's society, I should make it so it makes sense to the nowadays people that may see this. It's as normalized as sending a dick pic or a breast pic. There is a void of respect for males. We live in a culture that does not respect the male half of the human race / gender. Males cannot read a newspaper, watch television, go online, especially in social media, listen to the radio, go to work or college or school, or even socialize with their peers without being regularly bombarded with hateful and bigoted messages that there's something inherently toxic about them or wrong with them because they just happen to be male. There is a feminist campaign of psychological warfare directed at males. Tom Golden, in particular, has compared it to communist brainwashing of political descendants in China and made a compelling argument feminists are using the same techniques. Isn't that just interesting? Sad, sad world. Of course, there are those females out there that are saying, you know, it's not that all masculinity is so-called toxic, it's just the toxic masculinity that is. And even though they're trying to sound reasonable, rational, whatever you want to call it, they're still incorrect, they're still ignorant, and they're still naive. No masculinity is toxic, just like there is no toxic femininity. We're just, you know, saying toxic femininity to counter their toxic masculinity. But in reality, there is no toxic nothing. There are toxic people. There are mentally ill people. There are bad people in the world. Not a bad gender. Not a toxic gender. But people. Both genders. Of all ages. It doesn't matter where you came from, what color your skin is, what you believe in. There are bad people, not gender, or in today's world, male, about it. It's people. Bad people. Get it through your thick skulls. It's not anything to do with masculinity. Nothing to do with femininity. Nothing to do with a gender at all. People. 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 Huh? Oh, never thought of what? People. Bad people. Mentally ill people. People that weren't raised right. That weren't disciplined. That are fucked in the head. How is this so hard for you people to understand? Females always want to make it a gender thing, attacking males' character, and then males gotta counteract with attacking females' bullshit and all the crap that they do. And that's just dividing everyone up. Just like politics is with the Democrats, the liberals, and the Republicans. But in this case, in the gender wars, it's male versus female versus, as I put into the third category, like the other 200 genders that they think they are out there, but there's only 2. So it's like this triangular war, but particularly it's male versus female, or not even that, female versus male, because males don't generally think, you know, they know there isn't this, like, rivalry. The females have this imaginary rivalry fight going on against males, and we're just like, what the fuck? So we're finally speaking up, you know. But yeah, it blows my mind that people have such a hard time understanding the concept that's toxic people, bad people, mentally ill people. Has nothing to do with gender, has nothing to do with femininity, has nothing to do with masculinity. It's just people wanting these divisiveness tactics being used to start unnecessary crap with genders, with people. It's quite sad, actually. But I guess the war will rage on, and females will attack male character, will attack back, will expose them for as bad as they are, and I guess that's just how it's going to be, really. Unfortunate, really, but it is what it is. Some of you even argued, interestingly enough, that we are living in the toxic femininity era, specifically because of the MeToo era. Because since everything's so gynocentric, females can essentially do whatever they want, and somehow it's always going to end up being the male's fault because, oh, he was a bad person, he did this, he did that, he said that, so that's why I did that. It's not because my gender is bad, it's not because I'm bad, it's because he did something. Males are so patriarchal and so mean and such a bad gender. It causes me to cheat on my boyfriend, it causes me to kill my own infant, it causes me to do all these bad things and all these crimes because of men. So essentially, we're living in the era of toxic femininity because of the Me Too movement. I thought that was a pretty good argument, actually. It makes a whole lot of sense. I mean, really, if you look at the past several videos that I've uploaded about exposing the toxic femininity of to counter, you know, the Gillette videos, it really makes sense, because look at the shit that's going on in those videos and how little media attention that gets, and how little attention in general that gets, and how there aren't these protests. There are no hate groups, there aren't any commercials made by fucking businesses, you know, saying how evil and vile and disgusting and appalling that behavior is. From false reports of abuse by beating themselves up and then calling the police saying he did it, to killing their own fucking children at higher rates than any male has ever done, to, of course, the legendary false rape allegations. I mean, all sorts of shit that just made me go, what? As I watched those things. Because I didn't even know they were that bad. I was like, oh, fuck. So it opened my eyes even more about how gender biased everything is, and just how much of a, you know, cover they're getting as their full-on attack men, that's the nowadays trend. And I'm just like, ooh, damn, that ain't good. These psychopathic females killing children, giving false rape accusations, giving false assault allegations, stepping on children, kicking their youth in the back of the head. Oh, just all sorts of crazy fucking bullshittery going on. But yet they're not being attacked all the time. And if you go on social media, I could even show you on my own news feed. I will scroll down the news feed, and of course Traverse City females, they'll be sharing all these memes of real men do this, real men that, real men that, men are disgusting, men are pigs, evil men this, evil men that, males are such egregious people, baby daddy that, baby daddy this. But do I ever see anything in regard to females? Nope. Maybe once in a great while, maybe once, you know, 6 months or so, maybe. I'll see something that has something to do with negatively implying a female something this or something that. But all the rest of the time, it's just attacking the male character in every single way. From relationships, to their ethic, to their personality, to their intentions, to just everything about the male, about human existence that has to do with anything regarding a male. And again, it just shows the gender bias bullshit that I'm always going on about. So that's why I always make sure to reverse it back. So say there's a female that shows like real men don't hit women and women are strong. Well, I would reverse it and flip it. So I would say real women don't hit men, but I use real females don't hit males, and that males are strong. You know, that kind of thing. I just flip it 100%. And I do that for everything that attacks the male character on my Facebook. And so I think a couple of them have actually noticed it, because there's been a dramatic decrease since I've been doing this for, you know, about a year or so, where, you know, they would, particularly Traverse City area females, they'd say whatever about a male, and then I would instantly flip it and turn it into a status attacking females character, because it goes both fucking ways. If it can apply to a male, it can apply to a female. So, you know, I just been doing that, and so I really haven't been seeing much of attacking male character from the Traverse City area list. So, damn, well, right on, I guess. Whatever. But that's just one example of many that I can tell about this.